Yo, what up, what up? I'm so happy to be doing this video today. I took a break yesterday. Yesterday was Sunday, and I was working all week from Monday to Saturday, so I was like, you know what, Sunday, let me just take a break. I wanted to upload this video yesterday, but I just decided to take a break, hang out with the family, and just relax. But before we go into the law of attraction information in this video, I just want to make some quick announcements really quick. First off, go check out my blog at workwithjohnbelcher.com to read more about my story, get more insights, get more wisdom, more information about spirituality, information about how to make money online, passive income, also information about the law of attraction. Basically, for those of you who are readers out there and you want to go more in depth into the stuff that I talk about on my YouTube channel, you can check out my blog in the description below, as well as you can check out the link to where you can join me in business and start earning income from home, making money online, because that is like the key thing these days is education. The key thing is knowledge. And it's not just getting knowledge, it's also about applying the knowledge. That's the most important part. Like, you know, people like to say knowledge is power, but really and truly it's applied knowledge that's power, right? Applied knowledge is power. So check out the links in the description below. I appreciate those of you who have been subscribing to my channel. Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed to me yet. And also, I would really appreciate it if you hit the bell below. There's going to be a little bell next to the subscription button. That bell is so that you can be notified the minute I make these videos for you, right? So, the law of attraction, right? Let's get into it. Let's get into the law of attraction. Let's get into it. All right. So, the law of attraction, I'm going to bring up some stories about some friends of mine, because you know with law of attraction, I like to bring up actual examples of real things that happen in people's life that allow them to manifest what they wanted, because that's really what I like to talk about. I like to talk about things that's going to help you to attract the life that you want, things that's going to help you to manifest the income that you want, things that's going to help you to manifest the relationships that you want, the feeling that you want, the emotions that you want, because all of that stuff plays a big role in your prosperity, in your success in this life, right? You got to understand that. And then, you know, people always like to say things like, it's about what's going on in the inside of you. And that's true. Like, because before, when I didn't understand the law of attraction, and I'm not saying I'm an expert at it yet or perfect at it. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is it's a consistent growth process, you know, when you're getting into the manifestation things. But what I want to break down to you in this video is really how to know that you're using the law of attraction to your benefit, because really what it has to do with is the way you're feeling inside, and that's a perfect segue to who I want to talk about in this video. What I want to talk about is a friend of mine named Chris Dakers, right? One of the best at using the law of attraction, in my opinion, at least, because multiple times I've seen this kid just pull a rabbit out of the hat, damn near like a magician, and basically create what was in his head, right? And the other day I was talking to Chris, and Chris was telling me that, you know, he feels like he manifests what he wants the best when he's working under pressure. Now, for those of you who don't know who Chris Dakers is, I've met him from the online business about 7 years ago. We met from online business, but it's so weird because he lived literally like 2 blocks away from my house. And then, so we just had the business thing in common. But then, you know, then I started working with Chris. I started actually coaching Chris and teaching Chris some of the strategies, some of the stuff that I knew about online business. And then he started to take off in his business. Then he had his first $600 a day from working with me. But he's been able to manifest like a lot of inspiration and uplift and empower a lot of people. So you say, how can you get into a point in your life where you're powerful enough to manifest whatever you want? So basically I asked Chris questions. I always ask him, you know, how did you go about doing this? How did you go about doing that? And one of the things, this is one of the craziest stories, right? Like, Chris is one of those guys, he's a fan of Les Brown. For those of you who don't know who Les Brown is, he's a motivational speaker, life coach, great guy, like phenomenal speaker. I encourage you to look up Les Brown if you don't know who he is. But Chris would always talk about Les Brown. I was about to say Chris Brown. Chris would always talk about, my friend Chris Dakers would always talk about Les Brown. You know, oh, this guy is awesome. I love the way he speaks. I love his mannerisms when he's on stage. I love what he talks about. I love his energy. He would always talk about his energy when he's doing his videos and stuff like that. And then lo and behold, right, some years later, after we get started in the business, Chris gets a hookup to go to a live event to watch Les Brown speak. So at this point, he's like, yo, what the hell is going on? Like, I can't believe I'm getting invited to watch Les Brown speak. So I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Like, bro, like, that's a dope situation. You need to go there as soon as possible, whenever the date was. So he was like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna go. So he had a little situation, let's say, right? Getting to the event, something happened, and he didn't know if he would be able to make it. But then last minute, somehow or another, he made it. He made it out to the event. And then he told me some other little situation he had to deal with when he actually got over there. But think about this for a second. This kid is a fan of Les Brown. Think about how powerful the law of attraction is in your life once you start to understand how to use it. He's a fan of Les Brown, would always talk about Les Brown. People would even tell him, some people I remember even telling him that he reminds them of Les Brown. Then he gets to go to an event where Les Brown is speaking. Not only does he get to go to this event, but he shows up late to one of the days, like it was a 3-day event. And Chris shows up late to one of the days, right? And tell me why Les Brown points him out in the crowd. Now you're talking about thousands of people in the audience. You're talking about a lot of people in the audience. So what are the chances that Les Brown calls out Chris and tells Chris to come up on the stage, right? And basically share a message with the people. So after I heard that story, I don't know about you, but I was extremely inspired, because I'm like, wow, it's crazy. How did you, I know you always think about, like Chris always thought about Les Brown. He was a big fan of him. How does it go from that, just a thought, to actually manifesting something in the reality to where you get to meet Les Brown, you get to speak on stage with Les Brown, or from going to an event? So it's like things had to align for Chris to be able to meet Les Brown. But it started in thought first. It started in thought first. Let me say it again for you so you can get it, the way the law of attraction works. It started in his mind first. And then from his mind, things started to manifest and work out in his favor, in the universe, in the world, through energetic forces, magnetic forces, whatever, to get him to actually meet Les Brown. And then a couple months after he met, or like a year later after he met Les Brown, he goes to another event where Les Brown is, but this time he gets to go backstage with Les Brown. So think about that story I just told you, how powerful the law of attraction is. I see it work with my friends who use it. You know what I mean? I see it work with my business partners who use it. And also, you know, like, people don't understand, like attracts like. For the most part, you're gonna attract what you're thinking. So that's why it's so important that you just gotta check what's going on the inside of your mind, on the inside of your heart. Because once you got that stuff straightened out, what's going on in the inside of your mind and the inside of your heart, you can create all the prosperity. You can manifest whatever it is you want to manifest. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it is. But think about your relationships. Think about your friends. For the most part, you have a lot of things in common with your friends. You have a lot of things in common probably with your spouse, with your boyfriend, girlfriend. You know, people that you hang out with majority of the time, people who you have a lot in common with them. So think about how likes attract likes. For the most part, the friends you hang out with make more or less the same amount of income as you do, more or less think the same way you do. So the law of attraction is constantly going on, right? It's constantly happening. And I understand when you talk about magnets, positive attracts to negative, so the opposites attract. But usually in most cases, the people hang around people who think like them, or people hang around people who are similar to them in some way, fashion, or form, right? There's got to be a commonality for why I'm around you and you're around me, for why you're watching my videos. It's something that resonates with you, something that you can relate to, or it could just be something that you're inspired by, something you're motivated by that uplifts you, right? And gives you the confidence that you need to move forward and move powerfully in your life and your business. But whatever it is, I want you to know that you could tap into the law of attraction at any given time that you want to. Whether you're like Chris Dakers, who feels like he's better under pressure, and I talked to him, I said, yo, bro, I said, I don't feel like that you're better under pressure. I think that's just your mental telling you that, you know, because it's just that you use the law of attraction to the best of your ability when you're under pressure. But I was like, bro, what if you started to tap into the law of attraction when you're not under pressure? When you're under a regular situation and you can control your mindset, control your emotions, control your thoughts. What if you could still manifest the events, manifest the situations, manifest the results you want. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the thing, you got to realize that you could tap into it. The law of attraction is a real thing. Although you can't see it, it's like a force. It's like a magnetic force. You know, and with that magnetic force, you could literally imagine and put mental pictures in your mind. What do I mean by mental pictures? Mental pictures are very important for the subconscious mind. Mental pictures are very important for the subconscious mind. In other words, what I mean is by imagining, using your third eye, right? Using your mind's eye to see what you want to see. Because when you give yourself a mental picture that's a positive mental picture, what happens is the subconscious mind continues to kind of give you like a nudge or a push to take action in the direction for what you see in your mind. So let's say every day you give yourself a positive mental picture of how you want life to be. Let's say if you're a woman out there, right? And you want a husband, you want to have children, or you have children and you have a husband. Think about some point in your mind, in your life, you used to think about that. You used to want that. You used to say, man, I want a husband, I want to have children. Or maybe you're saying you want a husband and you want to have children. But because you've been thinking about that in your mind so much, you've been putting that mental picture of a family. You may probably been thinking about how it would feel to nurture children, how it would feel to take care, you know, and look out for your husband and your husband look out for you. Maybe you've been feeling that before it happens, but the more you hold that mental picture in your mind, at someday, sometime or another, it's gonna manifest because you keep seeing that. So then because you keep seeing that on a subconscious level, your mind is basically tricked into thinking that I'm living this life already. I already have this situation going on. So it's almost like you're already emerged into being a wife or emerged into being a mother, if that's what you want to be, right? But I'm just giving you an example of how like attracts like. So if you have a thought that you've been having in your mind, whatever you've been thinking about, that situation literally wants you. That situation is literally attracted to you because you've been thinking about it so much. So I advise that you're careful. You know, you want to be careful about what you're envisioning, what you're seeing in your mind. You know what I'm saying? And I recommend that if what you're seeing in your mind is something that does not give you a good feeling, I challenge you to get rid of the thought and replace it with a mental picture that is giving you a positive feeling, a mental picture that does make you feel empowered, a mental picture that does make you feel accomplished, a mental picture that does make you feel successful, a mental picture that does make you feel prosperous. That's what I recommend, because that's going to get you into the action mode that you need to be in to manifest every single thing that you want to manifest in your life. It doesn't matter how big it is. It doesn't matter how big the vision is. Even the Bible says, in the land where there's no revelation, the people perish. So you got to have a vision. And what's the vision? The vision is the mental pictures. Now, I just want to bring up something real quick about one of my favorite books. One of my favorite books is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And I'm going to bring up these last two concepts before I end this video, because I'm not going to try, you know, I usually like talking. I could talk my ass off. You know already how that goes. For those of you who've been following and subscribing to my channel for a while now, you know I start talking and I go off on tangents, and sometimes I'm like, damn, this video's 40 minutes long, this video's 30 minutes long, and I'm like, damn, I got to kind of make it a little shorter, right, just to get to the point more. But, you know, I like to give a deep dive sometimes on certain topics. So, hey, I appreciate those of you who stick around with me and who's rocking with me even for the longer videos. I appreciate that. But yeah, like in Think and Grow Rich, it's a concept that's brought up a lot in the book is the concept of having a burning desire. And a burning desire is basically that passion for what you want, that almost that obsession for what you want. You know, that the constant reminder of the lifestyle or of who you want to be, the burning desire. You know, like if there's something you really, really want to accomplish, or you want to really, really, really succeed at, that's that burning desire. You're really, really passionate about succeeding. That's that burning desire, right? And Napoleon Hill talks a lot about this in Think and Grow Rich. Now, how do you attract the things that you want and manifest the money that you want, the lifestyle that you want? Now, the burning desire, believe it or not, has to be paired with you. It has to be combined with you detaching yourself from the outcome. Think about that. You want to have a burning desire while still detaching yourself from the outcome of what you want. Which means you want to have that serious passion in your heart for what you want, but at the same time, detach from the results, right? Detach, because then you say, why is that so powerful to have a burning desire but still detach? Isn't that a little counterintuitive? Well, no, and I'm explaining why, right? Because having your burning desire, whatever's in your heart, whatever you're thinking about a lot, right? That mental picture that you've been having on your mind for a long time now. Remember what I always say, the present moment is a gift. If you want to really, really use the law of attraction to the best of your ability, you got to realize that the present moment is all you got. If you want to make a better future, you take advantage of the present moment. Now, when you're too focused on the outcome and you're too pressured by the outcome that you want, what happens is you can no longer live in the present moment. You're always thinking in future tense. You know what I'm saying? So whatever's going on right now that you're supposed to be really enjoying, whatever's going on right now where you're supposed to really be getting the nuggets from and the wisdom from, like you're watching this video right now, and if you're present in the moment right now as I'm doing this video, that means you're gonna get the most gems, the most information, the most wisdom from this video. So that's why the present is a gift. Now, understand something. When you detach from the outcome, you understand that you're letting the universe work it out. I'm not saying not to take action. You want to take action. You want to give yourself that positive mental picture of what you want every day. However, let the universe do what it's supposed to do, baby. Let nature do what it's supposed to do. Don't get in the way. Remember I say don't disrupt the seed that you planted. Just keep planting more seeds. Keep watering more seeds. Keep planting more seeds. Keep watering more seeds. Keep planting more seeds. Keep watering more seeds. But you detach from the outcome, and that allows you to really live in the moment, and also it allows you to enjoy the luxury of uncertainty in life. Because in life, when you always know what to expect next, and you can always predict the next step, and you can always predict what's going to happen next, doesn't life get a little bit boring? Think about it. Life gets a little bit boring if we always know what's going to happen next. So yeah, although we may have what we really, really want to accomplish in the heart, we got to detach from the outcome that we expect, because things could be far greater than what we expect. You probably don't even fathom the way things are about to manifest in your life. You probably can't even fathom the amount of money that's about to go into your bank account. You probably can't even, it's too big. The vision that you had is probably too small for what the lifestyle is about to come your way. So that's why it's so important that you detach from the outcome so that you can enjoy the present moment and be the most powerful that you can be in the present moment. And depending on how you are in the present, that's going to affect the future. Your future prosperity, you know, your future abundance, your future success, accomplishments. So you get why it's so important to embody who you want to be now. You get why it's so important to have the positive mental picture of what you want now, because the present is the gift, right? So understanding you have a burning desire that allows you to take care of the present, that allows you to be passionate in the present while detaching from the outcome, saying, look, I'm going to put my work in, whatever the universe wants to throw at me or give me or bless me with. Hey, if it wants to bring sales into my business, new customers into my business, new subscribers to my YouTube channel, new comments, whatever, new business relationships, new whatever, right? But when you detach from the outcome, you allow the universe to give you the abundance. You open up yourself to the abundance. You don't limit yourself from the abundance. You don't lock yourself off from the abundance. You get what I'm trying to say? So that's why having a burning desire plus detaching from the outcome is very, very powerful to use when you're trying to attract what you want to attract, right? And you're trying to really, really manifest from the law of attraction. Have a burning desire, but detach from the outcome. So trust the process. Trust the process. You could be saying in your mind right now, oh, next year I want to be a millionaire. But if you too attached to the outcome of next year I want to be a millionaire, next year I want to be a millionaire, the universe is going to say, all right, well, we're going to keep putting off the dream till next year. What if the universe wanted to give you $1 million over the next 6 months? You got to be open to that too. What if in 6 months you're supposed to get your $1 million, but you so attached to the outcome you want in a year that you blocking off from receiving what you want in 6 months? So you get how life is funny, and why you got to understand that the law of attraction, don't get so joined at the hip to the outcome, because it's going to stress you out. It's going to have you on your journey, because you got to understand the journey. People like to ask the question, what's better? The journey or the actual destination? What's better? And you got to understand, when you actually reach the destination, there's no happiness of pursuit. There's joy in pursuing what you want. There's joy in being challenged. You know, there's joy in having some type of obstacles that you could get over to reach your goal. Because it grows your spirit, doesn't it? It grows you as a person. So understand that even the obstacles serve its purpose. And the journey is supposed to serve its purpose. That's why you got to trust the process, because in the journey, that's where you're learning everything. That's where you're getting stronger. That's where you're getting wiser. During the journey, that's where you're making mistakes, and you're making up for those mistakes, and you're correcting those mistakes in the journey. So the destination leaves you no happiness of pursuit, because hey, I already made it already. I have nothing else to go for. There's nothing else to motivate you. There's nothing else to keep that burning desire going when you've already reached your destination. So you got to understand that where all the gems and all the greatness is stored within you is during the journey. So detach from the outcome. Just plant your seeds. Just keep watering your seeds. Just taking care of your garden. And you're going to start to attract and manifest all the things that you've always wanted to attract and manifest. It's going to start flowing to you. You know, it's going to start coming into your life. But you got to put the mental pictures as if, look, I'm living that way now. Keep thinking about it. Keep repeating the thought. Keep repeating the behavior. Keep, you know, giving yourself habits that produce results. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to change your life, you got to check what you're doing on a daily basis. That's all you got to do. Check what you're doing on a daily basis. Get out your own way. Get out your own way. Because the law of attraction is working for you. This is Jonathan Belcher. Share this video with 5 friends or family who you think would like this video, who you think would receive this video as a blessing. Also, comment below, drop a comment below. Check out the links in the description. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to see you in the next video. Peace.